It's Wendy Kohler here, and I'm going to be going live on Wednesdays with some wellness topics throughout the summer. And this week I'm looking at trying to help you guys identify a wellness lifestyle and what you can do on a regular basis. And so I'm Wendy Kohler. My background is in healthcare. I did an undergraduate degree in kinesiology, so I'm well aware of health sciences and the basis of health. And then I did my doctorate in physiotherapy. So health has always been a passion for me. And the pillars of health are something that are not new. Any healthcare profession goes through this with people, and if they don't, they should. So, but it is a large topic, and I'm just going to touch on 6 of the main areas where you can improve your health and talk about, just break them down a little bit for you. But first, I'm going to put a drop of peppermint on. Peppermint essential oil helps you focus, open up airways, cool the body down, and it tastes amazing and helps your gut as well. So deep breaths here. I'm live on Instagram and my Everyday Essentials with Wendy Kohler page, and I'll likely put this up on YouTube after. But I want to go through healthy habits, and on Insta it's backwards, but there are 6 main pillars that we use in doTERRA. But again, every healthcare professional should be focusing on these for well-rounded health. So the 6 areas are eating right, exercise, rest and stress management, reducing the synthetic exposure or toxic load, informed self-care, and proactive medical care. So when I meet with someone, when they've gotten their essential oils, or even before that, what I look at is, how would you rate yourself on these 6 areas? So on a scale of 0 to 10, where do you feel right now you are with your health in these 6 areas? And that's where we usually choose to focus first, on what's important to someone and the areas that are lowest, because I see my job with you as helping you take, let's say, a 5 out of 10 on toxic load and bring you to a 6, 7, 8 within the first 60 to 90 days. Or maybe rest and stress management is important to you. That's what we work on. That's what we focus on. We focus on 1 to 2 areas at a time, giving you baby steps and a game plan to create a healthy wellness lifestyle. Okay, so let's just break this down a little bit. And if you have a pen, feel free to join me. We should only be here about 10 minutes. Eating right. So we know a lot about eating right, but not all of us do it. And myself included, I sometimes fall off the wagon. And the good part is, each and every day we get to make a choice to take that next step, to make that next good decision. So you don't have to think about clearing out your entire cupboard of food and starting this massive overhaul, becoming a vegan. You can just do 1 step at a time. So eating right includes eating whole foods. It includes supplementation, because we're not getting the nutrition that we need, the vitamins and minerals that we need, that our body needs for optimal health and wellness from our food supply anymore. We have genetically modified food. We have overused soils. We're not getting that content. So eating right is eating lots of fruits and vegetables, clean, if you can, antibiotic-free meat, if you're a meat eater, and good clean water sources, just as a baseline. Some tips here: take 1 or 2 things out of your diet. If you consistently buy cookies at the grocery store, maybe don't buy them to tease yourself, or make your own a healthier version. So where would you rate yourself right now on health in the area of eating right? For me, I would say I'm about a 7. Lately, I've had a little more sugar than I want, but I'm a 7 right now. I get fruits and vegetables. I eat consistently. I actually do intermittent fasting, and I take my supplements from doTERRA, and that really helps my body. And then I want you to think the next pillar is exercise. We all know we should do it. And again, I fall off the wagon here too, but what's recommended is 30 minutes a day of movement. That could simply mean walking your kids back and forth to school. That could mean a walk around the block. That could mean yoga, Pilates, an exercise session. There's so many options nowadays, Guy, that we can get in 30 minutes of exercise. And exercise, we know, reduces stress, reduces cortisol, helps with our sleep at night, and builds muscle mass and bone density. And that's extremely important, especially in older age. As a physiotherapist who has seen people with falls because of decreased bone density and fragile bones later in life, I encourage you to build muscle mass and bone density, especially at early ages. Yes, you can start when you're 80, but let's start when we're teens. Rest and harmony, or rest and stress management. Stress right now is like at an all-time high. I would say 95% of the people that come and see me for their wellness, stress is one of their top concerns. And that was me too when I worked in the hospital setting. Stress was always like a 10 out of 10 and you felt like you were running and you were on a chaos mode. That's not good for our immune system. That's not good for our bodies. So how do we create better stress management techniques and strategies, as well as improve our sleep? Because our sleep time is when our body does its healing, okay? Our heart gets to rest during that time. Our tissues get to regenerate. We need 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. And you may think, oh, I get by on 5 to 6. Sure. For how long? Until your body starts to break down. So if I could encourage you to get more sleep, and I'll talk about tips this week on Instagram and both on my Everyday Essentials with Wendy Kohler Facebook page about how you can get better sleep. I've got it all ready to go for you guys. As far as stress management, you want to look at practices. Well, essential oils obviously are massive in reducing stress, but exercise and movement, so we're already tying it into the other pillar. Turning off screen time at night, not watching the news, guys. That just puts negative energy and stress in your body, and doing something for you. And if you're a parent, I bet you're not doing enough to fill your own cup right now. So just some things on rest and harmony, and this needs to be a consistent function for you, okay? All right, so the next, where would I rate myself? On exercise, I would say I'm about a 7. And then on rest and harmony, it fluctuates. Days are different. Things are on the go. We have changes in our seasons. And rest and stress management, I would say I'm about an 8. Although I do tend to overload my plate, but that's my choice. Okay, so the next pillar is reducing synthetic exposure or toxic load. And so here what you want to look at is how many chemicals are you using on a daily basis? What is under your kitchen sink? What chemicals are you cleaning with? I don't think anyone can be a 10 in this area of success because we are exposed to toxins in our water, toxins in our air. Maybe we work in an environment that has toxic cleaning hand sanitizers and heavy chemicals that you have to use because it's part of the stinking policy. Well, you can't control that, but you can control the other aspects of reducing synthetic load in your home. So green cleaning, going natural, that is the way to go. That is so easy to do. I've replaced all of my cleaners. Now this also includes what we put on our body, on our skin. If you read the ingredients on your skincare and then you look them up on Environmental Working Group, you're probably going to feel sick to your stomach. So I challenge you to do that and search for better solutions with less toxic chemicals, less carcinogens in them. Informed self-care. So that's all the lifestyle stuff, eating right, exercise, rest and stress management, reducing toxic load. Those are all in your control. And then we want to look at how can we partner with healthcare to continue to improve our health. So informed self-care. Are you taking control of your health and being an active participant in your wellness? This is big, you guys. There's so many resources out there. Personally, I use textbooks. I look at PubMed. I look at, don't just Google everything. Dr. Google is not always the right way to go. But I partner with healthcare professionals and get solid advice on how I can move forward. And you want to find a natural first line of defense. You want if you need antibiotics later, do it. But if you can prevent a common cold or flu, if you can address a kid's ear infection naturally and not expose them to things like antibiotics as a first line of defense, then you are improving health overall. Let's see here. You want to increase your knowledge of what your health is as well. So work with a trusted partner there. We use On Guard for everything, and I'll talk about that later this week. And then the last one you want to rate yourself on is proactive medical care. Are you being proactive or are you being reactive and waiting until something bad happens? So I partner with, I go see the chiropractor, I get regular massage, I do my relaxation, and I get my checkups just to make sure that things are going well. And partnering with trusted healthcare professionals who are listening to you is an integral part of proactive medical care. So I hope you found that helpful. I did want to keep it under 10 minutes. If you're someone who's looking for a consult like this and want to rate yourself and find a path, this is what I do for a living now. This is part of my career. And so I'd love for you to reach out to me. If you have any questions, please post them below and I'd be happy to answer them.